All right, so the next here is I'm going to jump to the modules, and this video is right here. It is the how to use the MyLab and Math. All right, that's this video here. So what do we do here? So click on MyLab and Mastery. If you have not created an account, this will be a blue button right here. You click on it, and it'll ask you for your name, for your email address, and essentially that's about it. And then you can enter it. They'll say like, please enter an access code. So I can't do it right here because I'm not a student here. But if you scroll to the very bottom of the page, very important here, if you scroll to the very bottom of the page, it'll say enter course. And that's what you want. That'll allow you the 14-day free trial to see if you want to keep the class, to see if I mix well and the material, all that mixes well for you as a student. And if not, then you just simply allow the 14-day expiration to expire and you're good to go. Otherwise, if you say, I want to stay in the class, then you will have to pay the $99 fee for the class. But let's enter. So when you enter, this is the publisher site of all the information for the class. You'll be doing the homework here, even though I do have links directly from your module, directly to your homework assignments. But if you wanted to go here, just to sort of see the other stuff that's here, we can do that here. And I think I'm going to give you the student view here. All right. Student home. So here it is. So view student home. Let me try this again one more time. There it is. Should the calendar show up? So you should have a calendar that shows up right here. And if you click on the date something is due. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I still need to adjust the dates. That's why. If you click on it, what it'll do is it'll give you down on the bottom here, it'll give you what you need to do. So if you click on the 13th, there'll be assignments below here. So this will be 1.1 homework or chapter 1 homework that's due right over here. So that'll be that one. So that's a way to get to announcements, all right, or to your homework assignment. The other way is through the modules. As you're doing your work, and I think most students are going to do this way, you'll get to the same spot from the chapter 1 homework. So let's see how that goes here. So if you go to clicking on chapter 1 homework, it's going to take you right to, let's see if it'll allow me enter as a student or a fake student. If not, I'll have to go through the other way. There it is. Perfect. So class, here it is. There's your what, 19 questions for chapter 1. So clicking on that. And you're going to solve some equations right here. That's what we're doing. So once you solve the equation, you have multiple chances to enter the correct answer. So click enter, check your answer. And if it's a no, oh shucks, okay, then I got to try it again. We good? If it is the correct answer, it turns green and you're good to go. All right, and then it'll say you're not finished with that question. What are you doing going on to the other one? And so there's those pieces there. Very rarely they all be multiple choice, but almost all the time they'll just be fill-in questions. That's all. All right. So then the other part, if you wanted to get to the same place here, it'd be MyLab and Mastery. Go to MyLab and Mastery. Let's take to the site. I will turn it into a student view in just a second here. And you go to assignments, I believe. Yep, there's my chapter 1 homework. Hey, all right, we're in the same exact spot. There it is. All right, and there it is. There's my same problem, really. And actually, I put in answer. I put in solution here because it's a window all to itself. That's why. All right, let's go with that here. So that is the MyLab and Mastery stuff. All right, the question is, Mr. NG, if I can make it through here, I can get to here, why would I need to go through? Because this will only take you to the homework. There's a lot more stuff at the MyLab and Mastery. So if you click on it, particularly what I want to show you is the ebook right here. So you have access to an ebook. Click on that from the course. All right, essentially you have the book that you have in front of you. There it is. I'm gonna go here, here, and let's get rid of that. All right, so you have this right here. The extra little thing that you have with this is a connection to these videos right here. So if you wanted to, you can click on the video. All right, so there's the ebook. The other part is the chapter contents. This one you really don't need as much here. This is kind of like the exercise and the homework question, but we don't do it that way here. The main one I want to show you is this one here. It's called the Multimedia Library. Clicking on that. And let's go to chapter 1 since that's the one that we've been looking to find. Oh, and you got to select all because you want to know all this stuff. And so notice real quick, you have the PowerPoints. Yes, these are the same PowerPoints that's on the modules. I pretty much just downloaded them and put them in as modules here. You have access to the textbook itself. So if you want to go there directly, that's fine. Cool. And then you have some interactive figures sometimes if you want to try those out, and actually even some animations themselves. So if you want to try some of those out, please do so. And then if you want to see the videos, notice there's a lot of videos here. If you starts counting as 1, right, then notice it stops after 10, starts it all over again. So that means this section right here is 1.1. And then from here, it's going to be 1.2. And then from here, it's 1.3. But notice when I click on the video, well, what do you know? You get, let me do this again. There it is. All right, so notice, yep, there's that video again. So these are videos that are connected to the textbook itself. All right, and please go through the course stuff if need be. All right. Yeah, I think that's all for me right over there. All right. Let me go back to make sure that is it. That is the presentation for the MyLab and Mastery. Please try fiddle around with it. Ask me any more questions if you have any. Thank you.